What has been done that water quality has improved now?
Had its access with some of the prominent brokers who had an advantage in investments, a fractional advantage.
Whatever exposure you have had with LCC, what is the best thing that you derived out of it as a value?
Sir, may I come in?
Welcome, Ayush.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sirs.
Good afternoon. Please take seat.
Thank you, sir.
Ayush, you have come from Jaipur.
Yes, sir.
What is that city called?
Sir, City of Palaces, Pink City
Pink City.
is more famous.
So there is some blue city also in Rajasthan?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Jodhpur is called the
Jodhpur
Blue
is
City.
Blue City. And when was this Pink City set up? Or who was its architect?
Sir, the architect was Vidyadhar Bhattacharya. And after his name, the region Vidyadhar Nagar has also been named.
Okay. Good.
And sir, time period is early 18th century, but I'm not sure of the exact year.
Have we recognized his great contribution to this city by naming something after him?
Sorry, sir?
Vidyadhar.
Yes, sir.
Have we named something after him as a matter of gratitude? Okay, you designed this city.
Sir, as I mentioned, sir, there is a region, Vidyadhar Nagar, in the
Vidyadhar
city
Nagar.
Jaipur itself.
Excellent. So Vidyadhar Nagar is there. Now you tell me, you studied in Kanpur.
Yes, sir.
Kanpur is famous for many things,
Sir.
till your IIT and all that, but infamous also for certain thing. What is that?
Sir, spitting of pan is very famous in the, as a misconception sometimes in the outsiders when we come to that city.
What about Ganges? गंगा की जो गंगा का पानी है साफ है या कैसा?
Sir, it has been cleaned, but there were earlier problems of water pollution due to tanneries.
What has been done that water quality has improved now?
Sir, the Namami Gange, the flagship program of Union government. So it was launched to clean the Ganges, and sir, there were certain communities which were empowered and which were formed around that region, so that they can actively participate, and through this collaboration we can clean it. And sir, after that, the treatment program, the CETP, the Common Effluent Treatment
Which
Plant.
ministry's program is this?
Sir, Ministry of Jal Shakti.
Jal Shakti. Who is the minister of that?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
He is from Rajasthan. There are 2 cabinet ministers from Rajasthan. Name them.
Sir, I'm not sure of one minister, but if you permit, then maybe I can take a guess. Sir, Kailash Vaishnav, I think, is from Rajasthan.
Yes, also no. Kailash Meghwal,
Oh, okay, sir.
not Vaishnav.
Sir, thank you.
And another one is Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji.
Yes, sir.
So he is Jal Shakti minister. And one more you can say, who is from Odisha. He comes from Odisha, constituency, but has become a Rajasthan man. Who is he? Holding very important minister portfolio.
Sir, I'm not
You
aware.
mentioned half name just now.
Ashwini Vaishnav.
Ashwini Vaishnav. He is an IIT graduate.
Yes,
No,
sir.
sorry, MBM graduate. Now has become university in Jodhpur. Anyhow, that's about Rajasthan knowledge. What is this ERCP? Rajasthanis are very touchy about that. ERCP. Have you heard this name?
Sir, it's the Eastern Rajasthan Canal Project. For providing irrigation purpose and the industrial purpose. So on the related to the Yamuna River. So
How many rivers will be connected for this project?
sir,
It's the most ambitious project of Rajasthan, and it was the second most important issue in Rajasthan election we held.
yes, sir. It was costlier, and it is a large scale project.
What is the amount involved?
Sir, around 40,000 crore.
Around 40,000 crore. And now coming next question. Basic features of the constitution. If these things are not there, then
Sir, So basic features, though there is not an exhaustive list, but Supreme Court has
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
so secularism is one principle, one basic feature. Then sir, federalism, then rule of law. Then sir, the responsibility of the executive.
Okay, you mentioned the rule of law.
Sir.
What is the rule of law?
Sir, rule of law is prevention of any arbitrary exercise of power. Exercise of power in accordance with
But
the
what if
law
a
of the
state,
nation.
I'm not talking about Indian state, what if a state enacts a law which is very draconian, very tough, or rather, anti-democratic, and then say, we are going as per the law?
Sir, then it becomes rule by law.
Yes, well said, well said. That is ruled by law.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Ayush,
Sir.
I'm finding that you had the 786th rank in the IIT JEE Advanced. And despite that, you did not go in for engineering.
Sir.
You went for pure science.
Sir, definitely, sir. I was getting the electrical engineering at the IIT K and in CSE in the other IITs. But sir, I had a knack for mathematics in the 11th, 12th, and I was performing well in the academics related to mathematics. So thereafter, according to my interest, I thought that mathematics would be a good choice. And sir, it also aligned with the computer science program as well, the scientific computing part. So it is in accordance with the emerging domains like AI or machine learning. So I thought it would provide me a good career opportunity.
If that be so,
Sir.
if that be so, instead of going for pure research, normally there are hardly many Indians who would like to go in for pure research. You are wanting to come to civil services.
Sir.
Aren't you betraying your interest?
Sir, interest is not permanent, it is transient, and it also evolves with the time. Sir, mathematics, if we look initially, then it relates with understanding the geometry or solving the problems. Later on, it becomes more and more abstract, and there is a deep requirement of connecting the dots and acknowledging the abstract nature of the mathematics, like in fields like topology or in abstract algebra itself. So sir, in those streams I did not find it to my interest, so that's why I didn't pursue the research career option.
So how do you say that you have got larger interest in the civil services? You have not even tested the waters of civil services, and every day if you read about civil service, people say it is civil service who have let the country down as well. Have you gone through that controversy? I'm not talking in terms of the fact whether it's a fact, it's not a fact.
Sir, I have not gone through that controversy.
Right. Now you have mentioned about scientific computing.
Sir.
What do you mean by scientific computing?
Sir, it is an interdisciplinary field of mathematics, computer science, and certain statistical parts related to application-based computing. For example, building statistical models for machine learning, support vector machines, or analyzing it relates to the theoretical aspect as well as the application-based aspect.
Now application-based knowledge of computing and computers and mathematics model.
Yes, sir.
Now let's straight away devolve from there into something like who is known as the Oracle of Omaha? You are working for Oracle India since 2021. Who is known as the Oracle of Omaha?
Sir, I am not aware.
Heard about Warren Buffett?
Yes, sir. Amazon.
No, not Amazon. He's one of the legendary investors, in fact, and Hathaway Berkshire.
Yes, sir.
Now, have you heard about SEBI?
Yes, sir.
And have you heard about the National Stock Exchange?
Yes, sir.
Now, there was a controversy. I'm going to application aspect of your computing, in fact,
Sir.
There was a controversy there. And it was said that the computer machines that were put over there had its access with some of the prominent brokers who had an advantage in investments, a fractional advantage. Now, can you explain how it used to work? Let us say I'm investing. See, it's all digital investing nowadays. Now, what confers an advantage if I have to? See, it's a question of getting the information.
Sir,
A split second, a split microsecond before others, because see, ultimately that is how you go ahead.
yes,
So how does the system work like?
sir,
Let us say you are asked to investigate into what happened in the National Stock Exchange, and you are given these set of computers which were used in an arbitrary manner.
Sir, there is an established trail, first of all, in the forensics analysis. So through that we can analyze who and where and from which type of access has executed a certain trade. So related to using that knowledge, if there is any advanced knowledge, then suppose if a share is about to fall or some new information is about to come, then I can execute that trade earlier and then can benefit from it, or leak it to others, and maybe it leads to insider trading. So through these channels, I think the potential miscalculations can happen, and certain scams can also happen.
You mentioned about artificial intelligence.
Sir,
What are the ethical dilemmas so long artificial intelligence is concerned?
Sir, first is the AI singularity, where the artificial intelligence growth and development overtakes the human potential, the human intelligence. So that is still a far-fetched notion, but it is certainly a dilemma. Secondly, sir,
No, I'm talking about ethical dilemmas.
sir,
Let us say you are the person, something like Sam Altman,
sir,
right? ChatGPT.
sir,
And there was a lot of, he was sacked by the board, and he sacked the board subsequently. You must be aware of this.
yes, sir.
Now, what are the ethical dilemmas before artificial intelligence or before ChatGPT?
Sir, these AI models are trained on huge data set. So if there are any biases in the data itself, then it can give it a garb of objectivity while encouraging the prejudice or biases. So if AI is involved in life-changing decisions, then it can hamper the equity in the society. So first is that aspect. Secondly, sir, it can infringe. It is related to the violation of law of land, the copyright acts. So if the companies are using the data, so and if the data has a certain copyright, so who is going to pay to whom, or is it in larger interest? So that is also a case which is sub judice US federal court. So these are the ethical.
Let us talk about a recent controversy you must have read about artificial intelligence pertaining to our Honorable Prime Minister. Have you seen that news?
Sir, I'm aware of one aspect where he mentioned that deepfakes issue. That deepfakes are grave vulnerabilities for the society, and they can be misused.
And pertaining to our Prime Minister, something that came up in the news recently.
Sir, if you can provide me some more context, then maybe.
There was, anyhow, I don't remember the गाने की शब्दावली मुझे नहीं याद है, but I heard that Modi ji singing a wonderful song, and we all were taken by surprise. Now Modi ji is always enthusiastic about everything, in fact, but later on it was a fake. It was then AI generated. But the most important issue, since you have been asking me, and I'll just take 1 minute, in fact, there's a controversy. See, on the same set of facts, perhaps he's being dubbed as an authoritarian. On the same set of facts, perhaps the ex-American president is being given a go by. No, he's not that. There are other factors also. So ultimately, what happens, especially with AI, those are the ethical dilemmas. In fact, that you can manipulate the data in a manner which suits you also. But anyhow, that is for the time being. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Ayush, you've been part of NCC as a cadet. So what certification have you got? A, B, C, what is the certificate?
Sir, it was related to the campus NCC. So I did not go to any camp. So there is
No.
no
You
such
have
classification.
got certificate A, B, or C.
Sir, it was related to the technical regiment. So the certificate was category of certificate was not was not mentioned in the certificate. Sir, it is related to when NCC is like, for example, if I go to one training camp, two training camps, then the certificate gradually rises to B, A, and that so on.
So, what is your understanding of NCC for participation purpose as a cadet? What have you done?
Sir, NCC it was a part of physical activity, and
What did you do?
so there were parades and related to the training related to it, and sir there were informations, there were sessions on it where Lieutenant General Tarun spoke on it, and sir there were drills before 15th August and 26th Jan, and there were certain tools to the
How many
shooting.
times did you go for drill or drill practice in a month?
Sir, in a month, around 3 to 4. Sir, it was around the campus only. Like there were no visits to someplace else. There was twice or thrice to the rifle field, and which I missed due to I was ill at that time.
Okay, anyway, whatever exposure you have had with NCC, what is the best thing that you derived out of it as a value, which you think you imbibed by being in that NCC setup?
Sir, discipline is the one learning that I gained from NCC.
So discipline is too generic a thing. So what specially you think you can employ in your service as an IAS officer?
Sir, NCC also taught me leadership and how certain times small decisions can influence. For example, if there is a line and one has to mark the attendance sheet, and if your friend is asking that can he get in advance, so you deny them that no, you cannot, and you have to be in the proper line. So
No, I didn't get you. Please say again.
sir, for example, after the NCC drills complete, so there is an attendance, and according to the divisions like signals and processing, those lines are formed. So to mark the attendance in the register. So the colonel assigns, okay, one register to you. You handle this. You handle this. So one by one. So if sometimes friends say that please mark my attendance quick, and I have to leave. So but you say that you have to look after everyone, and all people are in the line, so you should follow the
No, what
guidance.
was his urgency? It was just for the sake of it, or there was something very genuine? His mother might be sick or something. Did you find that out?
Sir, it was in the college, and he was just like if there had been certain problem, then there were provisions like he can show the the
It was not genuine, is that? He was just trying to take advantage of you being a
yes,
friend.
sir.
Is that?
Yes, sir. I
And you
think
didn't allow that.
no, sir.
You served only for 3 months, from July to November
Yes, sir.
2021. Then what happened? Did you take a decision to quit for want of studies or something, or what?
Sir,
Or UPSC?
yes, sir.
How did you take the decision to quit?
Sir, I was inclined towards civil services. I was part of the street club team, street play team in the college itself, and I had decided that I would go for civil services. But then, sir, there was the lower age limit is 21. So I was not of that age. So I thought I would get an experience, professional experience, and it would also help me. But then after 2-3 months, I realized that I'm not doing justice to both of these. So I resigned, and then afterwards, I wholly started preparing
Okay,
for
good.
civil service.
Right. There's something called IMEC. India, Middle East.
Yes, sir. India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor.
Okay. Tell me about it.
Sir, it is a connectivity project to link the Gujarat and the Kandla port to the Europe from passing through UAE, Israel, and Greece, so that it will foster the collaboration, ease the encourage the trade exports. So from that perspective, the geopolitical perspective also. So it is
This was decided when? When was it decided to go in for IMEC?
Sir, it was launched on the
G20?
Near the G20.
Okay.
On
So
the sidelines of G20.
what is the hold up? Why meetings have not been held? What is the issue?
Sir, the recent conflagration in the West Asia, the Israel-Palestine conflict in the
And
Gaza.
then what did Greek Prime Minister say as he came to India recently?
Sir, he
about it?
mentioned that we should go with the project as it is in the larger interest of the global nations.
Okay, good. It is 2 years since Ukraine-Russia war is in progress.
Sir.
And what is the stance of
Sorry, sir.
Putin on this Russian president?
Sir, as per their official communication, they are calling it a special military operation, and the goal was to liberate the regions, the eastern regions of Ukraine. So, till now, they have not shown any signs of negotiation related to it, but they recently captured another town named I'm forgetting the name.
Advait. Okay.
So it is the main aim.
What about his popularity within the country? Is it growing, not growing?
Sir, it is
And
stable.
elections are soon going to be held. So what are his chances?
Sir, recently report mentioned that the ratings are favorable to him, despite the.
But many people are not liking the war.
Sir, a war definitely has a setback, but because even after the Ukraine pushed back, the Russian army was able to capture the area, and now also they have gained the town. So any initial negative signal might was countered recently.
So he's still popular.
Yes, sir. Recent report, even after the death of one of the opposition leaders,
Yeah.
it was mentioned that he still remains popular.
Okay. Somebody has wants to go on a fasting till death in Ladakh. Who is he? Because he wants to hold discussion on certain demands by Ladakh.
Sir, I'm forgetting.
Heard the name of Wangchuk?
Yes, sir, Mr. Wangchuk.
So what does he say? What is his requirement?
Sir, he is asking the government to include the area into the 6th schedule for the autonomy and for greater representation of the residents.
Okay. So what is our reservation? Why Centre is not into it immediately?
Sir, first is the stability of the region. We want to ensure the stability, and sixth schedule. Sir, primarily, in my opinion, I think it is related to stability only. But I'm not aware of if there are any other
Okay.
parameters. Thank you, sir.
1 minute. Are you aware that an American spaceship had landed on the surface of Moon recently?
Sir, I'm not aware.
Thank you. Mr. Shrotriya, in fact, well, this is the first interview that you are having. This is the first attempt also. And you are a very young candidate. So the board, the UPSC board will love to have a candidate like you. Very raw, very natural. And then, of course, you are trying to answer to the satisfaction of the board. Now, there are 1 or 2 areas where I thought I need to point it out, because you need to listen to the question that is being asked, because we would like to steer the question a certain manner and you butt in between and start answering even without understanding getting into the merits of the question. So that thing you have to control.
Yes,
Listen
sir,
to the
definitely.
board, listen to the question that is being asked, and then have a pause and then reply. This is number 1.
Yes, sir.
You know the facts. It's not that you do not know the facts, but by and large, and you're not expected to know everything. Let's be fundamentally clear.
No one knows.
Nobody can, But listen to what the question is being asked, so that you can, and then you can frame your answers well, and then you can answer. So then you can you can structure your answers and speak out. This is number 1. दूसरा है कायदे से है कि now you are into mathematics and scientific computing and all those things,
Sir.
The computing brings in a lot of AI, in fact, data and all those things, Read it. When is the interview, by the way?
3 April.
3rd April. बहुत टाइम है आपके पास है. आप तो मास्टर हो जाओ डेटा पेटा जितनी चीज़ों पर है. Because see, ultimately,
Sir,
They
I'm
are
aware-
going to, yes, the application aspect, the ethical dilemmas.
Sir.
You know, to some extent you know, but you're not very clear. Then the question of regulation will come up. The question of application will come up. All these things, you know, not only data, I mean anything that is connected to your academic studies.
Sir.
This number 2. Be fundamentally clear about these things, you know. Third is in terms of your own DAF, which you've been jumping, you've been saying, sir, I would like your guidance also on that count. You say, I want to satisfy the aspirations of my mother or your father, and then you go ahead with this pure science, then pure science, then switch over from pure science to what you call to civil services, and then you say, then you make a contradiction, in fact, you know. कि सर वहाँ तो मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगा, अब यहाँ अच्छा लग रहा है बैठ कर, but you have not even tested the water, the civil services, you know. So you have to be very clear, because see, the board may always think that he shifts from point A, gets bored, goes to something else, gets bored, third. So have a consistency of, no, not that I don't want you to speak the untruth, speak the truth, but frame it in a manner as to why you want to join the civil services, in fact, you know. Which of course you worked for 2 or 3 months. You worked for 3 months, isn't it, with Oracle?
Yes, sir.
Right. So you can see, you can frame your answer in a different way as to what you want out of the civil service. Why do you want to come to civil services? This I think is very, very important, what I was observing. And then of course, by and large, you need to, and then of course, you have mentioned playing cricket, watching mystery thriller movies. Try to prepare on these things. I do understand you have. I was also listening to the answers that you were giving in terms of what Sir had been asking about international affairs. And by and large, they are satisfying. I'm not saying they're not satisfying answers. So now what you do is, you got all the time in the world, structure your answers. See, you can make the mark, and we will pray that you make the mark, because you are a very young candidate and you have very strong credentials.
Sir.
So अगर ये हमारे credential है तो हम पक्का होकर जाएंगे, हम कच्चा होकर नहीं जाएंगे. What I also suggest is, in structuring your answers, in fact, now you have time. This is 2nd of April. 3rd of April. You have got more than a month. आप एक पुस्तिका बनाइए बैठ करके हैं,
जी सर,
या नोट शिफ्ट एक क्या कहते हैं, A4 शीट्स लीजिए, टॉपिक्स लीजिए, 100-150 टॉपिक्स का, जितने भी जो रेलिवेंट हैं, DAF से हैं, रेलिवेंट इंटरनेशनल इवेंट्स हैं, नेशनल इवेंट्स हैं, आपके डेटास पर है, डिफरेंट. Define the issue, 3-4 lines, the pros, the cons, contemporary relevance, and the way ahead. I hope you'll appreciate.
Yes, sir.
See, we tend to become very confident. हम सब जानते हैं. That is exactly where the failings are. Don't get into that. You have a brilliant chance, I'll tell you. A brilliant chance not only to do well, but to do outstandingly well. And our purpose is to see to it that you perform at the best efficiency. So structure your answers, have written answers, systematize them. उस पर आप लिखें और मनन करें, so that when you come for the interview, your response are very sharp to the point, brief, sharp to the point, and self-explanatory. Thanks a lot.
Yes. Okay, your entry, you are exuding confidence. That was very good entry, and your countenance also is very pleasant. Chehra where choice of words was also quite apt. You were using right words, and you were quite an honest candidate.
Sure.
But little reservation on certain answers, like your father and your studies. Be very crisp about it. Sir, I'll take care of my father, give him all the attention that he needs, reschedule my studies, and draw a balance. I felt that you were not getting the recollections of your NCC days very vividly. Either there is some issue, I feel that I'm not convinced about it. लग रहा है कि कुछ या तो ठीक से नहीं हुआ, या पूरा नहीं हुआ, या बीच में हुआ. बट यू मेंशन NCC, सवाल पूछ भी सकते हैं, तैयार करके जाना. ठीक है, कहाँ हुई, कितने हुई, क्या किया, क्या लेसन थे, वगैरह वगैरह. ठीक, other very good, well done.
So whatever sir has told you, I think please do accordingly. You'll do very well, in fact, and whatever he also do. Now, 1 or 2 brief question. With your surname, someone is occupying a constitutional post in Rajasthan. Anyway, not aware, doesn't matter.
Sir,
You can find out.
I have read the name, but it is
No,
not
it's for you now. You can find out.
आपको तैयारी करनी पड़ेगी. That's why I'm saying
Because it's a
DAF.
very uncommon name.
Shrotriya is very uncommon.
And he's okay. How many constitutional positions are there in the state?
Sir, one is the governor
Hmm.
and chief justice of High Court.
Hmm.
Then, sir, chief minister.
Hmm.
Then, sir, leader of opposition. Sorry, sir, it is not
Yeah,
under
that's not
constitution.
constitution. Then,
And, sir,
anyhow, rest you do this
sir,
exercise. Who is father of artificial intelligence?
sir, I am not aware of
Because you
that.
are from that field. In fact, that gentleman, he was jailed, and also later on, his picture appears on the currency of that country. First, that country jailed him, and later on, now I think there are a few exceptions. A civilian appearing on currency note of a big country.
Sir, I will check.
Anyhow, do this thing. I will not tell you.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, I am highly impressed with your answers. In fact, I have written one thing: interests are not constant; they are changing. First class answer that you gave.
Sir,
You
it
might
was
have
the
interest.
truth.
बहुत बढ़िया answer. I am impressed with that. So I wrote that. Otherwise, you are cool and confident. You will do very well, excellently well. Do whatever.
तो
you
तैयारी कर लीजिए
ठीक है,
मैं
करिए।
नो डोंट बी ओवर
Yes, sir.
कॉन्फिडेंट आई टेल यू
ठीक है।
लिख कर तैयारी करो शार्प आंसर दो जैसे सर ने भी कहा ना कि आप लंबा आंसर दे रहे हो शार्प आंसर दो सी वी हैव गिवन यू मच मोर टाइम normally the board will give you 22-25 minutes between 20 25 minutes and within that short frame you have to answer all the things so they should know that you know everything but don't be in a tearing hurry to answer understand what they are saying the people like humility in fact right
Okay, all the best.
thanks
Thank you, sir.